Oh god. Are these active? I think they might be active. 4. I think that I can handle them. They weren't that bad. These were a bit weaker. But this is a group I can't see myself avoiding. So you're going to have to die. Robot was killed. Yeah, we'll leave that to dog meat. I don't see any reason not to kill these, because these are directly on our path to the elevator where we have to escape from this place, and we have no alternative path, so these are robots we'll have to likely encounter when getting out. I'm gonna, dog meat to finish him. Do these have, they have shotguns. That's a quite weird robot weapon. I'm not going to take these guns anymore, because I don't have that much free space, and I suspect we have more interesting things to find here. So I'll save the space. Seems to be empty. Again, seems to be empty. So even if the systems work here a bit better, yeah, I believe when we go there, the security the systems will be operational again. Yeah, more drugs. Mental drugs, and we have quite a decent selection of combat drugs. If we'll find some hard fights here, I think we'll drug up our character. Because if you don't really use them in that sort of situation, you're never going to use them. And we don't have a lot of health, so even though we can kill pretty much anything quite quickly, if we don't encounter things in one-on-one engagement, we're still quite vulnerable. A single critical hit can easily take up that much hit points. Okay, we can't enter level 5. Main power was on level 6. We'll go to 4 first, just so see what it is. Okay, some kind of computer. I think that might be our main objective. We'll fit plasma grenades, just so we have that extra firepower ready without having to go to the inventory. Again, well, we won't be killing them now. I think we need to activate the main power for them to come online. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And pulse grenades. Very, very. I want them eventually. And yeah, I'm not going to take those. I'll replace the plasma grenade with the pulse ones. Since they're, yeah, 100 to 100, 150, but I think they're against robots only. A blue elevator. We don't have a blue key card. But now I'm pretty confident that we can take on all these robotic opponents without too much trouble. Damage on these pulse grenades is massive. Absolutely massive. I can't see them surviving this, and that's just normal damage. If we score critical, that could easily be 200 points of damage in an area of effect. And we're pretty good at throwing grenades, so definitely I don't see the robots having the ability to... Okay, some sort of medical experimental apparatus. It looks as if it could contain a human or larger sized body. Containers, lockers. We'll take all the books. I don't want to read them here because there's heavy radiation and it always takes time. So actually probably very dangerous to our health to start reading books here. Okay, why do we need to go to level 6 if this computer... Maybe it's not operational until the main power is restored? So what's down there? How may I be of assistance? Who or what are you? I'm a machine intelligence dedicated to research and installation control. I'm called Zax. Okay, tell me about this installation. Westtech Research Facility, founded in 2002 as a private contractor for the United States government, the company initially consisted of two divisions, the Advanced Weapons Research and the Biomedical Sciences Division. In 2069, Westtech was the single largest contractor for the United States government, its largest contract being Powered Infantry Armor Model T-51B, in light of significant advances in 2076 by the NBC on the Pan-Immunity Virion project. The United States Defense Department, in fear of international espionage, moved a team onto the site to secure and oversee the project, now dubbed the FEV, Forced Evolutionary Virus Project. How does the virus... Can you tell me particularly... Yeah, how does the virus work? My research into the forced evolution virus, or FEV, indicates that it is a shifting absorptive virus. It copies DNA patterns much like RNA, storing these patterns in exons. These exons, combined with the FEV, are re-injected into the host cells in typical viral infectious fashion. This causes the host cells to regenerate their DNA. How do you catch FEV? FEV is not caught per se, it is not air transmittable. Typically, infection is through injection or direct physical contact with an FEV sample. Why isn't FEV affected by radiation? The FEV is a megavirus with a protein sheet reinforced by ionized hydrogen. It is therefore capable of absorbing neutrons without becoming radioactive. If the FVE reinfects the host with its assimilated viral patterns, how does it make a better specimen? The FVE is pre-programmed with introns of corrected DNA appropriate to the proper type of species. It therefore attempts to correct the DNA of the individual. However, as the FVE is partially reliant upon the DNA of the individual, and also includes portions of its own recursive code, the effects can be unpredictable. When inoculated into an individual, With significant genetic damage such as through radiation, it will cause the body's systems to suffer massive overhauling, leading to organ failure and death. So this sounds like what the mutants are doing. Finding uncontaminated individuals. So they would be, because if it's not contaminated, it leads to death and not mutation. In a genetically viable individual, it rewrites portions of DNA, causing accelerated mutation, usually leading to recursive growth due to FEV's own patterns. This recursive growth leads to an increase in muscle and brain mass, but is often accompanied by disfigurement and damage to existing neural patterns, causing loss of memory.